Hey beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Amity Gilmour and this is my life, and it is really late, so I'm going to try my best to keep the noise in my voice down and all of that, but we need to stop meeting like this. I feel like the past week or so the majority of my videos have been very unorganized. I want to talk about something because I feel like I've been living the wrong way. I've had a lot of thoughts going on inside my head. I've just been wanting to share them with you guys. And a lot of the time my thoughts happen at night. So that's why I'm like in bed. Also because I've been spending a lot of time in bed the past couple of weeks. But the year before I got sick was probably the busiest year of my life. I was working 2 jobs. And I was doing an internship with the church, and then on top of that I was like part of so many different like events that was going on in the local area. I volunteered myself for literally anything and everything, not anything and everything, but like everything, and I was like super keen to like get my life going and everything. I was just, you know, fresh out of school and ready to skyrocket into a successful life. I'm a Christian and I have a faith in God. I believe that in 2019, although I was doing an internship for the church, my attention was more towards living a more successful life than it was living a meaningful life. One lived for Christ. And I was very ambitious, and I've always been very ambitious. There's nothing wrong with being ambitious, but I was so ambitious that I focused more on my ambitions than I did on Christ, and I wasn't spending the time I needed with him. The last thing I wanted to do was read my Bible. My Bible was collecting dust. Of course, I read the Bible with people, in front of people, but in terms of reading the Bible in my own space and having that private time with me and God, it didn't happen. And that really started to take a toll on my faith. Then in the lead up to Christmas that year, things just started to be a little off. And I had all these dreams and these ambitions, and I wanted to make a feature film, I wanted to have an album, like all these different things. Like, I am so ambitious, guys. You're probably listening to me rattle off all these things I want to do and think like, wow, that's like a little too ambitious. And it's true, I was like extremely ambitious. The lead up to Christmas, I started getting sick, and then the new year was just insane. Like, I was really sick. And I feel like a lot of people, a lot of other Christians will say that suffering strengthens you. For me, personally, I was still holding on. I was still holding on to my dreams and my ambitions. My want to live a successful life. I thought, well, making a difference for the good in this world rather than gaining success for my own glory. I was like, I'm not gonna do that until I'm better. Like, when I'm better, that's when I'm gonna, like, when I'm no longer sick, when I'm healthy, I'm gonna get out there and do whatever it is God wants me to do. But at the moment, we're on hold. While I was on hold, I was like, I can't wait to be successful, and it was like, I can't wait to go my own way, like, and it sounds ridiculous, but that was like what I was thinking. I'm very stubborn. I can't wait to get out and live. I've had a lot of thinking that's been going through my mind. Every doctor's appointment, I just wanted to know what was wrong with me so we could figure it out and we could fix it. And eventually we did figure out what was going on, which was the gastroparesis. After that, I was like, okay, now we gotta find the cure, like find whatever it is that's gonna get me living a normal life again. And I was like, we're gonna do this. Since June this year, I've been told by my doctors that we're running out of options medication wise. You'll probably never be the same again. It's most likely you won't be able to live a normal life again. Having a job, like, is probably not a reality is probably never going to go away. I mean, it is chronic, but you know, for some people it does go away, but like, this is never going to go away. We're going to have to, you know, constantly be assessing you so that when a tube is needed, we put that tube in. But it's like a constant assessing. It's like, it's not like, okay, well, we'll give you a tube at this point in time. It's like, or it's not like, oh, we won't give you the tube at all. It's like every appointment assessing. It's like they're kind of assessing when they need to put the tube in. And like, I've had a lot of time to think. I think my biggest fear is being limited. But I also think that if I wasn't limited, then I would go off and do whatever it was that I wanted with the healthy body that I would have. And I'm learning that in our life there are seasons, and that sounds cliche, but unfortunately for some people it's just a different version of winter over and over again. Australia and America and all those countries, we have defined seasonal changes. In winter it snows. In summer it's hot and we go to the beach, we have ice cream. In autumn the leaves fall off the trees, there's pumpkins. And in spring there's like flowers and new animals, and it's like milking season. But there's always Antarctica and, I don't know, countries up in the North Pole that never see anything but cold. And sometimes that's what some people's lives are. Some people's lives are cold. Not cold in like a bad way, but it's hard. And the interesting thing about it is no one ever said Antarctica was an ugly, hideous place. In fact, Antarctica is actually quite a beautiful place. You know, you've got the aurora up, you know, in the North Pole. You've got the Northern Lights, which is spectacular and beautiful. I've never seen them before, and I've always wanted to see either the Southern or the Northern Lights. Like, that's something I just want to see once in my life. And those lights only appear in those places that are cold, that are harsh climates. What does that have to say about people like myself, like many people around the world, who it seems, you know, they're always sick? I mean, I had a great childhood. Apart from a few things, don't get me wrong, it wasn't perfect. But I think my teenage years were great, and I'm thankful for that. I was healthy, and I think I took for granted my teenage years, but like, part of me also thinks there are definitely aspects of it I didn't take for granted. I'm glad. I was very much, you know, live in the moment. I'd stop and I'd look around and I'd be like, man, this is such a great like day, or such a great year. Like, that's something I really enjoyed, and I'm thankful for that. I thank God that I've experienced living a healthy life. I don't want to wait anymore. I'm not going to sit around and wait to get better, because I might never, ever get better. And I'm starting to be a lot more okay with that. They say the first year of a diagnosis is the hardest. It's pretty much been a year. So it's been hard. I'm not gonna lie, I've been emotional. Really emotional. but I'm starting to see the beauty in all of it. And that sounds really cliche, but I don't really care, because at some point I just have to accept that this is who I am now. I am right where God wants me to be. And I see, you don't really see things properly when you're looking through a lens of, oh, like this sucks, like I'm vomiting every night, I'm sick. But like, I just don't want to sit around and do nothing. And when I say that, I mean, obviously some days I'm gonna need to sleep, and that's just who I am. Some days I'm gonna need to, you know, lay down with my bucket right next to me. Like, that's just how it is. But in every moment that I have energy, I want to use that energy in that time that I have to do whatever it is that I do that day. So, to work towards little things. And I think I'm already doing part of that already with my YouTube channel, and I'm getting my Etsy up and running, which I'm like so excited about, all the things I'm working on with that. And I think being creative has really helped me have this like newfound, I don't want to say energy, but like passion. It's given me a will to live. I myself am a very outgoing, energetic person. That's who I am. And I missed that about me. And I feel like for so long in this period of grief, that's been taken from me. But I feel it's slowly coming back, like I'm slowly taking that back. And it's okay that I had that period of grief. Like, everybody has grief. People need grief to be able to cope with things. It's normal to grieve. Now that I've grieved and I'm starting to come out of it, it's time to start living. And when I mean living, I don't mean living on my own accord. I mean living the way that God wants me to live. And not everyone on my channel has the same faith as me, but I have that faith. And my channel it's basically, it's called Amity's Life, and it's every aspect of my life, not just chronic illness, but also my faith and just my quirky self. So you can't really have a channel about my life where faith isn't mentioned, where God isn't mentioned, because He is the reason I'm still going. I have rambled on for a long time, so I'm going to stop it at that. The whole meaning of this video is I'm not going to sit around and wait for something that may never come in order to start living the life that God wants me to live. The truth is, I should stop living for success and start living for Christ. And that's what I choose to do, because that is 100 million infinity times better than it any other way. So we're never promised tomorrow, so every day is a chance to live for God. That's how I see it. Anyway, thought I'd bring that up with you guys. I don't know what else to say, but love you. God bless.